welcome back to AER channel, and welcome back to Comprehensive series. In this lecture, we are going to cover one exercise. Since we have completed the line command, we have also seen about some basic shapes, and we have also seen about the constraints, like the geometrical constraints, as well as a dimensional constraint. So now it's perfect time to have an exercise, because exercise make us better in understanding the concept of our design. So let's just try one exercise then. So what is the exercise that we are going to follow? We are going to follow the manual that we provided in the video here. And in this manual, we are going to create level 1 exercise, since right now we are in a level 1. So here we can find that we have two designs. One is I section and another one is F section. And the dimensions is written over here. And some of the dimension we have to calculate by our own. We are going to create this I section, and your task is to just repeat this I section after me. And then you just have to create this F section as well. So my job is to just create that one, and your job is just to create for this one. And later on, I'm also going to provide some more exercises like this, so it will just make our concept clear. So let's see about the dimension first. We can see that we have almost all the dimensions provided, and we can find that this is 20 as well as this is 20. The whole dimension over here is 100. It's instruction that all the dimensions are in millimeter. So we can find that we have this 100 as well as this 100. So this is 20 and this is 20. So we have to calculate this value. So then we can be able to calculate that with a simple mathematics, which is 100 minus combine of 20 and 20, which is 40, so it comes 60. So we have these dimensions as 60. Similarly, you just have to calculate this value, and how we can do that? So for that, we just require to subtract 20 from this 100, which is 100 minus 20, and it comes 80. So this whole dimension leaving behind this one is 80, this one and this one both. So if I'm going to divide it by 2, we can just see that the whole dimension comes as 40 over here as well as 40. So now since we have all the dimensions, so we can just move on to our more accurate design. So I'm going to just draw it over here. So this is completely 100. This is also 100. We have this value as 60. This value as 40. And the whole thickness value like this one as well as this one is 20. And it's a symmetrical object, so it will going to follow on the other side as well. So this is the complete figure. Now we are moving on to SolidWorks to create that. So we're going to start our SolidWorks over here. Going to hide this all things. Now we are going inside our sketch. Just click on the sketch to select the desired plane that we want. So right now we are going to work on the top plane. So just click on this top plane. And now the top plane is visible. Now since this is an exercise that is only related to line command, so here the only tool that the dimensions. So just click on this line, and then we have to provide one starting point. I'm going to choose this one as my starting point, and I'm going to create the sketch like this. Here I'm not going to create the whole sketch at once, because it will create some of the problems and it may bring out some complications when we are going to dimension them. So it's just my suggestion that we should not create the whole sketch at once with a disfigured or in other figure that we are going to create later on in future. So it's my suggestion, don't go for the whole sketch at once. Just try to create a single part, just dimension them, and then we will have the clear idea of that dimensions and the complications of our design. This is, we are just telling my little experience. When we have those experience, we can also feel that thing that we should have to create it as a part. So now we are going to just provide these dimensions. This value is 100 because it's a long value. Then this is 20 that is provided over in design. This line we have calculated it and it comes as 60. So we are going to provide it 60. So we can see that once we have the clear figure of all the dimensions, then it becomes very easy to just draw it. So it's my suggestion that we should always just study the figure first before going for the creation part, and that will make our idea clear to how to approach the design. So now we have this part as well. So I'm going for this smart dimensions again. I'm going to dimension these two sections, and it has, I think, 20. This will be 20, and this value will be 40. Here we have to just make this as dimensions as well, so that it may become symmetry. So now we have that value as well. And then now what we are going to do, we are going to have that left part as well. So just go for the line command, just create this section as well, like this. Just provide the rest of the dimensions, like this one is 20. This one is also 20. And this is, I have provided 60, so we don't have to provide this value, I think. And we can see that once we have provided that value, the diagram is also become successfully or fully defined. So as I have told you in the constraint section, that we should always try to have the fully defined dimensions, or fully defined as sketch, so that our diagram becomes more rigid and it will not going to be affected by the changes on one part or any one particular area. So this is how we have created one section, this I section, and now it's just your task to just create another section, that is F section, over here. And if you just create this section as well, then we can just go for more complicated parts like the E section over here. Just make all the dimensions as same, like its height value to be 100, width value to be 100 as well. And all the thickness value just calculated 20, like this one, and this one, and this one, and on. Then we can just go for the H section, the same dimensions, and this H section is nothing but the inverted I section. You just did this section in the 180 degree, no, I think 90 degree, you will get the H section. Then if you have created this one, you can just go for more complicated figures that contains a line or angular lines, like this M section. Then we can just go for this N section as well. Then you can go for some more complicated sections like this H section, which we are going to have a middle part as well. Then you can just go for another figures, so those figures like Z section, this is one more figure that I have left. So any figure that doesn't contain any kind of curve sections, we can just draw it with the help of a line command, as well as with the help of dimensions. So the name is like without angular line letters. You can easily able to write your whole theme in SolidWorks, so just try it out these things, and I hope you can just carry out and you can just create all those things. And if you feel any kind of doubt related to this section, you can just put on the comment below. And even if the doubt is not going to be cleared over here, you can just write in the comment below, and we try to solve it as soon as we can. So with that, I complete this exercise, and I hope you would just follow my instructions and you can just create all those designs before going on to for the lectures. So that's all for this occasion. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like. I hope it can be a little helpful and useful.